everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of The Flash. This time episode 16, Trajectory. So, this one is kind of mixed. On one hand, it's a big one because we get a lot of information, or at least the heroes do. On the other hand, it feels a bit lighthearted in the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, the villain and the opening when they're all just having fun is a bit lighthearted, which I suppose is nice when you compare it to some of the big, heavy stuff we've just been doing with Earth 2 and all that.
Yeah, that stuff was kind of nice.
It was nice to have that. It kind of reminds me of Season 1 a bit.
The villain was okay. I don't know. For some reason, I don't tend to enjoy the ones that are just kind of really crazy. Like,
yeah, and the weird thing is they do this thing where it seems like she has multiple personalities and they don't really touch on it.
Yeah, it's more like, I don't know, she's just an addict and crazy and all that.
The villain as herself isn't the important thing. She's more a plot device to give the heroes information at the end. She's more just another piece in the puzzle to help the heroes.
Yeah, because in the end, her lightning turns blue, they figure stuff out.
Yeah, so, she's more to open up the mystery than she is to actually be an intriguing villain. Although it shows that basically anyone can be given speed. You don't need the Speed Force to even take Velocity 9. Which,
I wish they had at least said that she had gotten some dark matter from the particle accelerator.
Well, I guess, although funny enough, it reminds me of something that happens in the most recent Flash episode that just aired, but that's a whole different story.
But, like, for example, Jax had some dark matter in him but didn't have powers until meeting Stein.
I guess, to be fair,
they could have done something like that where the Velocity 9 works on some people.
I guess, but they never specified you need any Speed Force or dark matter in your system.
Yeah.
But I guess this just confirms anyone can take it. But yeah, I did enjoy the opening scene. They all went to the club. You got to see Wally, got to see Jesse. It was a fun little scene before everything changed. But obviously the other half of this plot is like the whole Jesse plot where she's mad at Wells because of what he did and he killed Turtle. Which, I suppose...
I mean, that was his own fault for giving her the watch.
True, he's an idiot.
And we saw moments like when Barry bumps into her and the watch goes off, and I'm just thinking, all this time, he always wears the watch. How has it not been going off every time he's working alongside Barry or Cisco?
I don't know, that's just weird. It's like, I don't know, it's like with Earth 2 Iris was easily able to detect Barry.
Yeah.
But yeah...
She just brushed it off like, yeah, it must be broken. It thinks you're a matter.
But yeah, I guess we did have, she's angry at Wells. She leaves.
Which was really stupid because what if a meta had the power to shapeshift, turned into her husband, and she'd just brush it off as, it thinks you're a meta, but I know you're not.
Well, we should have mentioned that in the other episode. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of half and half on the Jesse plot. On one hand, it is kind of interesting because, and up until now, the plot had kind of just forgotten the fact that Wells flat out murdered somebody.
True.
Which, I'm glad they're kind of bringing that up. And I suppose, although it's drama, it wasn't over-dramatic drama. It was drama for a good reason, and Jesse leaves. So,
yeah.
It's not as bad as I remember it being. It was all right. It's not exciting, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's just okay. Which is what I can say for a lot of this episode. Yeah, it's just okay.
It's okay. On one hand, I like the fact that the opening was a bit more lighthearted. They're not as down about the whole Jay thing, which is good, although they're going to be down on it once they learn that Jay is Zoom and so on. But yeah, at least, hey, they finally know the answer, which means we're finally going to get somewhere with this show because we're very close to the end of the season, so...
Yeah.
So, yeah. Obviously, we have the ending where Cisco was vibing him and he gets that, but all in all, yeah, you're right. This episode kind of feels uneventful, even though it's supposed to be eventful.
Yeah, I'll just give it a 6.5.
It's weird. It's supposed to be eventful because the heroes learn, they finally get the information. That's exciting, but I don't care there's a lot of slow stuff because I don't care for the villain. I suppose we also have the little side plot of Iris, which I didn't care for that either.
Yeah.
I never care. To be fair, I rarely care for an Iris plot. Although, funny enough, it feels we managed to draw some parallels to a recent Supergirl episode with Bizarro.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because, in that episode where there was Bizarro, Cat Grant took the benefit of the doubt, whereas
Yeah,
here, this
Kara
guy...
just had to mumble maybe it wasn't even Supergirl, and Cat Grant was like, yeah, I'm gonna believe that it was some imposter. But when Iris flat out said, yeah, I know for a fact it wasn't the Flash,
And last
the
I
guy
checked,
still...
a newspaper is there to give information, not write a narrative. The newspaper shouldn't be saying, hey, don't trust the Flash. It should be just saying, hey, a speedster started stealing things. The speedster does exhibit qualities to the Flash, but that's it. They don't have any clearer images until the end when they did.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder how long... like 1 or 2 days passed. How long was it taking them to write the article? You'd think they would have put out an article first. As a certain...
Well, Iris was trying to delay when she turned in.
That's not how it works. As a later plot point in Supergirl will say, that's today's news. This is tomorrow's news. You stick with what you got now, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But you're right, it wasn't... It's weird. It should be... It feels like an episode that should be exciting, but isn't. I'll just give it a 7.
Okay.
And...
I said 6.5.
Alright, well, what's the next episode?
Flashback.
Well, although we got the heroes got their information, they didn't really get any. There's no real cliffhanger.
Is that the one with that thingy?
You'll see what it is. I'm pretty sure you know which one it is. But yeah, we're getting close. I know what happens in the next episode. I have mixed feelings, but we'll worry about that next episode. But yeah, this was a mixed bag. We'll see you next time for more Flash and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.